Yo, it's I-91 Zone, the world famous DJ Diz, rocking with live from the 7-5 podcast. You know what's up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kels.
I'm Cakes.
Blazing Heat Rock.
We had a live from the 7-5 podcast crew, episode 22 in the works right now.
22.
And Miss Smith out this joint.
We in room 222. I've been wanting to say that. I'm sorry.
Whack-do. Whack-do.
Not a word.
Whack-do.
New word.
We sorry, Troy. We had to take that one for a minute. You know what I mean? But y'all know how we do, man. Episode 22, same as always.
Shout out to Orlando, representing 21.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doing numbers out here.
Orlando and Po Boy.
Orlando and Po Boy did numbers. I see Po Boy did just drop some new shirts.
Shout out Po Boy. I'm waiting on my shirt. I'm small.
Orlando posted and said pre-order or shirts available now, something like that. Then I ran to Po Boy's page and there was no link. So Po Boy, if you're listening, I need that link, man. I need to order something, man. Definitely. I want to support. But y'all know how we do. Shoot. I'm going to go ahead and kick it to Cakes first. Cakes, what you listening to right now? What you checking out?
With the aux cord plugged into the car, what were you playing?
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts this week.
What podcast you listen to?
Live from the 7. No. Oh, you know what? I actually got a chance to check out a new podcast that I was excited to listen to. And I'm looking forward to the work that they continue to put out. I think it's This Is What I Want. This Is What I Want.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about one with the Easy and Doug?
Yeah. Is it This Is What I Want?
I think so.
I just remember the letters. Okay.
That's What I Want?
That's What I Want. Sorry. Okay. Been listening to That's What I Want. They have 2 episodes out as of today. There could possibly be another EP out by the time we drop. But
they find each other up there. They used to have a TV show back in the day.
Yeah, Kels. You got to do better with your jokes.
Word.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have a podcast one day with Rose. The thing is, he only gets me with the Asian jokes. He know my resume speaks for itself when we was at Maury where I can hold my own. Like, if we just went roast for roast, I'll get him.
He can't.
I get him.
The thing is this is really a show, so I can't go in. You know what I mean?
And I can't
go in. We've known each other for what?
At least 16 years now?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I done joked him since I first met him. You know what I'm saying? So
and same here. So
yeah.
I fry his ass though.
You know what I'm saying? When he was still Cassidy, I'm a hustler.
Y'all done?
We having memories of
you know what I mean? His ass. Well, go ahead. What else you listening to?
I missed the joke.
What else you checking out?
Vine Sensei, VONSENSEI, Gothic Girl, featuring Ty Safari. I love that song.
You was spelling ass.
I just want people to be able to find them.
You just trying to show your education right there.
I mean,
shout out to Hampton University.
Sometimes you got to spell words. Words mean no.
Okay, do your thing.
That's it. That's all I got. Oh, I'm still listening to Eric Hardaway, the joke tape. Love.
Okay. Facts. Okay.
Blazing.
What you listening to right now?
I just been listening to Peak City Tills.
Oh.
Shout
out to him.
Okay.
Hugh G.
Facts.
Listen to him. A Driver. Lecrae. I listen to her stuff on SoundCloud. For the major artists, SZA. Side Chick Anthem albums.
I forgot about SZA.
Shout out to the Side Chicks, and she made an album just for the Side Chicks.
Got you.
I listen to podcasts too. Kind of like a movie critic podcast. You know, I'm kind of weak on the movie tip, but you know, I've been listening to them, so I actually checked out a couple movies. I finally just got a chance to see Get Out just because of that podcast.
That's what's up.
Shout out to my folks over there.
You way behind though.
There's someone today who
on Air
hasn't
Network
seen that movie, and I thought it was kind of weird, but
yeah, you way behind, bro.
I'm way behind. Well, the podcasts I listen to, you know, obviously Joe Budden. Another podcast, Society X. Shout out to my guy Shad. Listen to that joint.
Shad was good.
That's about it, man. I've been busy, man. Low key busy out here.
That's what's up. Well, y'all already know. If y'all listen to me or if y'all follow me on, that's what I meant to say. If y'all follow me on Instagram, man, I do snaps on Insta like throughout the morning on my ride to work, usually on my ride home, of what I'm listening to while I'm sitting in traffic or whatever the case may be. But Let me see. I'm listening to that Lucid and Tote Lansky called Automatic. I like that joint. Tote gave me
what's good?
Tote gave me a verse.
Yo Gotti in Norfolk. Well, I just found out he's from Green Run, so I don't know if we can give him that Norfolk title.
He out here though.
He out here though.
He stay riding out here.
Yeah.
So Tote is on that featuring Tote. Trying to go off the top of my head right now. Who else I'm listening to right now? Jug Tape is still in rotation.
You should be listening to a lot of music. You be in the gym with the headphones.
Alondo. I got Alondo. Shoutouts to Poetry is on repeat for the most part. Crazy just dropped something recently. CEO and Crazy just dropped something the other day. That I listened to that as well. Shoot, man.
Free BEO.
Yeah. I see that Alondo was in the studio the other day with Breeze Barker, so I can't wait to hear what that's gonna sound like.
Breeze, you owe us an interview, man. We waiting, man.
Breeze owe us like 3 interviews.
Yeah, definitely. And for the most part, I'm always usually watching battles and stuff like that. I'm heavy into the battle scene. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Possibly one day we'll see if we can get Av on here or something like that. But that's what I'm rocking to right now. Trying to think of anybody else that I can't think of nobody else off the top of my head right now. But if y'all are listening, man, make sure y'all send me y'all music directly. You know what I'm saying? Send it to me. I don't even want them to listen to it.
Somebody in their feelings.
I like to have the exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Send it to Kels, KELZZZ75 on Instagram. Send it to me directly. I'm going to really listen to it. On my ride to work, I'm going to really listen to it. And I'm going to tell you if it's trash. If it's trash, it's not going to make my rotation.
Kel's the type of person that if you didn't let him cheat on your paperwork in school, he's going to snitch on you. Got snitch tendencies.
Nah, I'm going to tell you it's trash, though. I'm going to tell you directly. I'm not going to put it out there and say, hey, man, it's trash. I'm just going to say, bro.
That's why he in the gym, y'all, because, he going to let y'all know y'all shit trash, and he going to square up with y'all. I don't know, man.
I'm out here, man. Everybody know
he is light-skinned.
Everybody know I'm friendly out here, man, in the city. But y'all know why we here, man. Episode 22.
22.
We got a guest in this joint.
Y'all know we always
in his spot, actually.
We always feature a guest. We was mobile today. We had to pull up on the kid. Pull up on the kid.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Episode 22. And if y'all know, I don't bring nothing. But episode 22. We got my man Treezy in the building right now, man. Shout out to Treezy.
Insert applause right here.
Right there. I don't know why I threw up the rock sign.
I don't know neither, but I'll take that. Let's make a correction. It's the artist formerly known as Treezy. I'm now Treez Jobs, aka Fat Spike.
I love Treez Jobs.
Yeah, Treez Jobs, man.
Sound like you got a lot of jobs, man. Yeah. I don't know, but let me borrow $5.
It's too early.
Send me an invoice. No, I got you. Send me an invoice.
Send your invoice. Yeah, I got Square right here.
I was about to say, you'll send you a text.
Right. Bro said I'm the Fat Spike Lee.
Fat Spike. Nah, shout out to my man Fitz, man. He gave me that name back in 2012, man. Fat Spike.
I can see that, though. The whole Mars look with the hat flip. I got you.
Okay, I'll take that, too.
I got you. Well, Mars, Spike Lee, same thing.
Right. Mars. Yeah, Mars Blackman.
But yeah. Treezy, man, I don't know if you know, but how we do it here is, I need you to tell me what you listening to right now. What artists are you rocking to? Local, not local?
What's the aux chord looking like?
Yeah, what you bumping right now?
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm listening to that Shadows of Poetry, man. Alondo's really hot out here in the streets.
Everything, but I still haven't mastered that dance.
I got the jelly.
I'm also listening to CU, man. Clearly Undeniable. My man Hazy and B Ash. They got this joint called Wait Who Ain't Got. A lot of, y'all talk about a lot of local rappers, man. Y'all don't never mention my niggas, man.
I gotta send it to me. Send it to me.
Hazy, B Ash. Yeah,
send it to me.
Clearly Undeniable. I got you.
Yeah, send it to me. Send me the link, man.
If we're not aware.
I'm really,
real talk.
And that's for anybody who listening, man. We want to, you know what I'm saying, hear from everybody. So if you send us something, we'll definitely take a listen to it. And we'll give our, feedback.
I literally have nothing to do at work besides listen to music.
Listen to shit. I got y'all, man. Y'all on the email swag list now.
Yes.
We out here.
But what else? What else you listening to?
A lot of podcasts. I'm like Cakes in that regard. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, man.
Okay. What's some of your favorites?
Y'all are some of my favorites. Keep it 100, man.
Word.
Yeah, y'all, because
I'm gonna have to give you that $5 back.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that invoice for double. No, like I was, I really appreciate what you guys are doing, man. Like, you know, for the entire culture around here, because that was the missing link. You know, as far as I was concerned, we've always had the talent. We just always haven't had the media outlets for the talent to sort of tell their stories properly, gain their fan base at home, man. So
Okay.
I really respect what you guys are doing, and y'all are really up there in my top 5 favorite podcasts.
Shout out to
For that
Blasian
reason.
for
Yeah.
seeing our potential.
Yeah, shout out to me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So,
Blasian, this was Blasian's vision. You know what I mean? He had a vision, and you know, when he first told us about his vision, we was like, hell no.
I definitely told him no.
Right.
But
those are facts. Those are facts.
you know what I mean? With a couple fortune cookies and
I was gonna say
egg
the
rolls,
same thing.
we got down with it. You know what I'm saying? We was
No,
persuaded.
what happened was we went to the gym. I was like, yo, I need a workout partner. Kel, so, you know, we was on the treadmill. We was talking about it. And he was like, oh, okay. You in the gym? I'm supporting you. You supporting me. Let's do it. So that's
Yeah,
what
man.
happened.
Yeah.
It was
I
that
drunk-
simple.
Yeah. Well, I had to mix his protein
Yeah.
shake. I put a little juicy juice in that joint, and we got him right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He came to the gym smelling like duck sauce.
Oh, damn.
But no,
He had the Richard Simmons spandex on. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep it like that.
We got a while to go.
Oh, I'm about to fry his ass.
that's when I was single for the package. That was for the package for the ladies.
Pause.
But no, man, Treezy, man, we happy that you decided to join us today, man.
Absolutely glad to be here.
Who is Treezy?
Tremaine Johnson. That would be my real name. Nobody cares about that. But I'm co-owner of Visually Inclined, aka Viz Inc. We do a lot of the music videos in the area.
Shout some of them videos out.
Oh shit. The most recent, we did the By Your Side joint. That was a collaborative effort between us and VIPs for Yon.
Mm-hmm.
Did Baker's Man for Yon.
Very nice.
Did Half of the Time for Yon.
Mm.
Shit. We did a lot of Yon's joints. I'm trying to think who else, man. It so much going on, man. That I mean, we like the in-house team when Cam comes and does the celebrity, the whole weekend and the
That's
cookout.
what's up.
Yeah, we do all the video for that. Shit, you can catch us at your local church on a Sunday, live streaming a sermon. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
what's up. They do it all.
Yeah, we do it all, man. We got so many projects in the works, man. A lot of treatments have been shipped out, and a lot of things on the horizon, man. So,
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Now,
Any national acts that you recorded?
yeah, a few of them, man. If anybody knows Rico Nasty, we just finished up the Blocklist video for Rico Nasty. Bottom of the Bottle, Currency, Lil Wayne, August Alsina.
That was my shit right there.
Jack and
Okay.
Chevy's for Styley. Shit, who else, man?
Maybach music.
Oh, damn, man. I'm drawing a blank, man. Sonny and Gabe featuring Drama. I Love It joint.
Hey,
We were just with them maybe.
shout out
2-3
to
weeks
Sonny
ago?
and Gabe again, man.
They got us some hamburgers and
They
tofu
treated
on
us.
the
They
grill.
treated us like family out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sonny and Gabe.
They great people, man. They very, 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 very creative minds, man. Like beyond anything I can process on my own. So,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah.
Now the question was, as a child of hip hop, all of us who was born in the 80s, so hip hop was very relevant then.
I was born in the 90s.
Oh, lie again.
He lied. Y'all niggas
What was
worship
it like growing up in your household
Oh, my
with hip hop?
Okay, so with hip hop, it was kind of non-existent for real, man. My mom was more like Anita Baker, Luther.
Luther?
Vandross. Right.
Fat Luther or Skinny Luther?
Both of them. I don't think she discriminated.
Okay. That was Big
I
Luther
heard
back
a lot,
then.
Yeah, I heard a lot of Big Luther back then, though.
Okay, that's when it didn't quite curl.
It didn't quite
I got it.
connect.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
So,
see it.
so you already know, man. That was an uphill battle for us in the 80s, man. Our parents didn't listen to hip hop like they do now.
Yeah.
Now your daddy favorite rapper might be Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Hove.
Yeah, shout out to Hove, man. So
Shout out to Ho. Ho always seems to make our podcast.
Our father Hove.
Thank you.
yeah, man.
Thank
But-
you.
I was part of the Rock unofficially. I was the first Asian because I'm Blasian, half Asian. Part of the Rock.
That's funny.
Go ahead, Cakes.
Hip hop wasn't existent in your household.
Not for real.
So when did you become a fan?
So I mean, to be honest, man, I think I got on the hip hop train when the West Coast had it.
Okay.
Right. So, but not like NWA West Coast, like Snoop Dogg, like,
The Stupid Dre era.
Snoop and Dre, Eric, man.
Okay.
Chronic, all that, Yo, all of them from the West Coast. I had older cousins that were from New York. You know what I'm saying? That was back before like internet and all that shit. So you had to get like mixtapes, the DJ Clue mixtapes and all. If y'all remember them
Yeah,
shits.
I remember them
Definitely
joints.
remember.
Yo, young folks, man, listen to y'all young people out there, man. There was a time where DJ Clue, I know he's probably a joke to y'all. He had the streets, and in order to get the music that was happening in other places, you had to get mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And Clue was the plug for New York. So that's when I got into it, man. When it was the snooping, Dre Chronic era, and that's where I latched onto it, man. And then it went from there to Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep and, everything, man. LL, all that shit.
LL, Mama Gonna Knock You Out. No, that was in the 80s.
That was in the 80s, yeah.
Y'all like LL? My favorite LL record is
I mean, my grandma like LL, so.
Love You Better. That's my favorite LL record.
Oh, he always got something. This song was soft ass.
Shout out to the side chicks that love You Better. No, that was because of the Neptunes. Pharrell's, growing up, Pharrell was my idol. So
Right. Did y'all fuck with Bone? Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yeah.
it was all right. It wasn't like a let me get their CD.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it wasn't like let me get their CD. It was okay.
It's
I
Bone and
still young,
Biggie.
though.
I think that's when I really started fucking with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like
I never
when
really fucked with
when
him.
Biggie got with him. When that Bone and Biggie came out.
Okay.
Biggie was rapping double time. I ain't
man,
know fat
Biggie
people
was-
could rap that
he-
fast.
You know
I was fucking with him, Thuggish Ruggish Bone and all that fly shit, like 94,
Nah, it was
93.
like-
That was back when they was with Eazy-E, right?
Yeah.
It was a million bones back then. Like it was turkey bone, neck bone, ass bone. Like and everybody could rap 100 miles an hour. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you know what I mean. That was back when. Then it just broke down to like Crazy, Lazy,
Yeah, Wish.
Wish, and Busy. You know what I mean? That's when
And
it
then
broke
Flesh
down.
and Bone.
Yeah, and that was back when it was Busy was and I'm gonna miss everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
But they laid the blueprint for the ASAP crew niggas like that. Yeah, that's how they the ASAP crew kind of like emulates that with ASAP such and such, Bone such and such. So that's how I take it. Anyway, can I ask y'all some questions, man? Can I do that?
You can if you want to.
Can this be my interview?
I mean, it's about you,
This
but
is new.
This is new out
Can that
here.
be my interview? Yeah,
Ask
man.
us a question.
Yeah, okay. So since y'all been doing live from the 7-5, right?
Mhm.
What episode has gotten y'all the best response so far?
Yawn, but I think Alonzo might pass him in the next couple of days.
Young Money Yarn. Definitely. No, I would say at first it was Young Crazy.
Okay.
It was Young Crazy, and then it started shifting, and then once we got Young, I'm gonna say Young.
So okay, but how do y'all choose who to interview? What gravitates y'all to an artist?
He trying to get his shout out. Yeah.
Huh?
I was gonna say I'm gonna let them answer that question.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a process, but like, what does an artist need to achieve to make you take notice to them? Because it has to be a mutual benefit, right?
Yeah, it has to be a mutual benefit. You just can't hit us up and say, hey, can I get an interview? Like, what are we interviewing you? What do you have? What's the package that you have? And you can have a dope song, but do you have enough content for us to interview you for 45 minutes?
Right.
Yeah, people don't realize
They
that.
don't really,
Key.
And we actually want to see somebody. You need to be working. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "Oh, I got music," like, but are you working? You know what I mean? And when I say working, like, are you trying to get on these cars? Are you getting on some shows? You know what I mean? Are you? You know what I mean? And in some situations, maybe we could help you to get to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to be doing some type of work. We have interviewed somebody in the episode. What was that? What was
We're not
nephew?
shouting numbers out. Oh,
Can't remember the number, but we
we're not shouting people out either.
we had interviewed a nephew who was up and coming. You know what I mean? And he had some great content he was putting out. You know what I mean? Videos, doing stuff, and that's how he landed. An interview. You know what I mean? But it's all about that. You know what I mean? We got to see that you actually working. You making some noise. Yeah, we're gonna reach out. We reached out to a ton of people. A lot of people have turned us down. Honestly,
Interesting.
And some of those people are now starting to reach back
and now
out
they're
to
reaching
us.
back out because
They see what was going on.
Well, they get the potential. I mean, I got an initiative, right? This is something that I haven't really talked about publicly outside of my Instagram. I was an economics major at ODU, right? So I just kind of fell into the whole entertainment thing, right? But in studying economics, I mean, and caring about the area, right? I'm from Hampton, man. So, our biggest flagship thing before Drum was, Allen Iverson, Ronald Curry, that whole situation. But
you got Vic too.
Well, that's not Hampton. That's Newport News.
Oh, I would have claimed that shit.
I still claim it now. I still claim it. It's all Virginia. But the biggest thing is that, like, I feel like, and why this is it's important what y'all are doing for the culture. I feel like Virginia is one of the biggest manufacturers of influential talent.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the entertainment industry. I mean, we birthed Pharrell, we birthed, Tim, Missy, Pusha, Skills. I mean, some of the best names in hip hop, right?
Songs.
And then what happens is that we build this talent up, and then a machine like New York or, Los Angeles or Atlanta, they pick this talent, they bring them closer to the label. And then next thing you know, these people are buying houses and adding to the economy into a state that has nothing to do with Virginia.
Facts.
Right. So we're basically growing a crop that we give away for free. Mm-hmm. So one of the initiatives, I'm kind of tired of that, right? I'm kind of tired of that. And it's like, out of all the billions of dollars that we've bought to the entertainment industry, there's not one label that you can go and work for full time and still live here. You understand what I'm saying? There's not a label you can walk into the front door and put in your resume and say, I hope to get a full time job here.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think will change that though? Is it maybe Viz Inc. on air starting that movement for that? Or do you think the artists just got to put out better music, or what do you think? Do you think it's the economy? Just people don't. This is a B-list area where they walk up to the event the day of the event rather than selling out 3 minutes. Right. So what do you think?
I think it's a culmination of things. I mean, I think the talent level always has to be there, but we've always had that, right? So when it comes to the music, we can close your eyes and point in any direction and find a hot song. Like that's not a problem. I do think it's more avenues like this. It's definitely an economical thing, right? Yeah. We don't have a machine to distribute and to catch the money. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have a marketplace. Yeah. Okay. And then, so not having a marketplace, we don't have things to market the marketplace. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's kind of like a domino effect. I feel like platforms like Live from the 7-5 are like a corner piece to the puzzle to help us see the puzzle better and to make sense of the rest of the pieces. Facts. But I know for me, and why I started calling myself Treez Jobs here, recently is because, I'm inspired by Trump, and I'll explain what I mean by that, right?
Uh-oh.
No. Yeah, right.
Should we turn this into a soundbite?
Right.
People be like, huh?
Y'all are fried.
Grab him by the pussy.
No, listen, one thing, Trump was like, yeah, I'm bringing all the jobs back to America. I'm bringing all the jobs back with it. That's one of his things. Shit, man, I started thinking that's something I could do myself, man. You know what I mean? In my own community, in my own right, man. Forget, waiting on the government to help. And I'm not a big fan of that, man. I've been reading a lot of Garvey, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Marcus Garvey, man. I feel like I'm getting way too political. Most of y'all shits be like hella like cool and into music, and I feel like I'm taking it in a different direction.
No. Okay. Me and Trisha actually I'm not gonna say Trisha, but
what?
Well, we like to talk. We haven't really had a guest that we can really go into depth to.
No offense to everyone.
No offense.
Your priorities are just somewhere else.
Oh, we have.
I'm gonna be that.
Joe Dillon?
Maybe outside of Joe Dillon and maybe Cam Rock. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be that.
Okay.
So, but anyway, my initiative is to bring 50 full-time entertainment jobs to the area by May 2018.
Wow.
Blazing Heat Rock got one.
Yeah.
We out here.
Yeah. Submit your resumes, man. But nah, dead ass. I have no clue how I'm gonna pull this off. Right. This is one of those I'm setting, you set the goal and then you figure out how to make the goal happen. And me and my team, shout out to Leezy, shout out to Viz Inc., Corey, Marcus. We've been sitting around and we've been planning the ideologies about how to make this work, man, how to pull this together. And we got some really cool plans in the works, man. And that's kind of the reason for, on air network and, visually inclined. That's some of like the motivating factors behind what we're trying to do, man.
So what you're saying is, right now, start off small. I can only borrow $5. 2018, I can hit you for $200.
Quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly.
Buy a lottery ticket.
Listen, with pleasure. You know what I mean? That sounded real crazy.
I I wasn't sure if I should say pause right there. You were looking at me.
He's trying to make sure his money come in first, then he'll pause.
That was absolutely a pause moment, man. So, what do y'all hope that y'all? What do y'all feel like y'all are bringing to the culture in this area, man? Or do y'all feel
we're just bringing a voice? I think I can't speak for them too, but I think we're bringing a voice that's not being heard. You know, right now we have 2 radio stations, Z104 and 103. Matter of fact, Z104 doesn't even play urban contemporary no more. They're more so top 40. 103 Jams, they play it, but they don't play anything locally. You know, I know the times have changed, but you know, artists don't have outlets anymore.
Yeah.
So we might not play music on our podcast, but we let, you know, like you found out some artists that you didn't even know about until we mentioned on our podcast.
100%.
We're letting the masses know in the 757, hey, these are the artists that we're listening to. Check them out. Maybe they can give us, you know, we're just shining a light on these new artists out here that nobody knows.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I learned about Toke Lansky because of y'all. I learned about CEO BO because of y'all.
I'm a dog.
No, listen. Apparently, I didn't know that song had the city going nuts.
Exactly.
They posted a video today. Well,
up in that form.
CEO put a video up of kids playing the song and reciting like word for word. It was crazy.
Dude, he posted a video and he was performing and he could not get a word in. The crowd was going crazy over the song. You know what I mean? Nuts. And that's just how I am in the car with it too. So it's it's the same feeling.
Y'all hip to Masego?
Oh yeah, I'm hip.
Masego has been mentioned. Uncle Sego has been mentioned on the last 2 podcasts as well.
That's a little bro, man. Shout out to Sego, man.
Okay, you know him?
I like Masego.
Okay, put him on.
We did the
episode 23, Masego.
We did the Girls That Dance music video. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Probably his biggest song to date.
So I got a question. So what influenced you to pick that camera up, man?
Actually, it was fate, man. I've always been into films. I've always been into movies. But I happened to run into a homeboy of mine that I went to high school with that had a TV show back in like 2001. It's called Ear to the Streets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a local TV show, you know, paid programming, but it dealt with like independent hip hop music. You know what I mean? And I was pumping gas at a gas station one day and he ran up on me with a Canon XL1 camera, which is like kind of like a big shoulder mount camera, but it records on mini DV tapes.
Yeah.
And he asked me to do a drop for his TV show. And I didn't know what the fuck a drop was. So after he kind of put me on to what the drop was, I gave him the drop and then I just started talking to him about what he was doing. And until that moment, I never thought that entertainment and film and things like that could be done here in this area. I always thought you had to leave to get that sort of, you know, notoriety or to get those resources to do that sort of thing.
But
so that changed my perspective, man. That was in 2001 and I haven't stopped running since.
Dang. So
01,
that the grind never stops.
Never stops, G. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. You know, I get inspired by these young kids, man. Cause now, you know, some of these kids now, they was born in the late 90s, you know, and their understanding of technology is like osmosis, man. It's like they were born and they just understand. Like I had to learn a lot of these things that I know these kids just know it.
Shit, you know my kids, they know how to work the iPhone better than me.
You notice that the phones don't come with the instruction books anymore, like the manual.
They don't.
No, phones don't come with well, I haven't had a phone with a manual in years.
Right. You got the iPhone 1 still? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
It's charged. Actually, I had my phone replaced since the last EP.
Oh, you got a 2?
You know what?
Okay. 2S.
It's got a 2S. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, continue.
Yeah. No, I just get inspired by these young boys, man. Like, they run around here. There's a lot of good shooters out here, man. I see some of these videos, the quality in their videos, the concepts. They be so good, man. It just, you know, it makes me want to keep going. I still get inspired by the youth is what I'm trying to say, you know, so.
Do you feel a sense of responsibility in making music videos that reflects the diversity of hip hop?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I to some degree I do. I'm very image conscious, like in terms of like how our culture's portrayed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when it's all said and done, I want people to look back at like hip hop as something that was progressive and not like self-deprecating, which, you know, I don't want to go over nobody's head. Self-deprecating means that, you know, just they shitting on themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know.
Well, you know,
self-defecate.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to talk over.
I'm about to fry your self-defecated head ass.
I didn't want to go over nobody's head, man. But absolutely, I feel like there's so many voices. There's so many things that make hip hop great, and it's bigger than just like, you know, it's bigger than bitches and drugs, and you understand what I'm saying? It's we have a lot more to talk about, man. We're very artistic people, you know, and so I try my best when I submit. There's a couple treatments out there, man. If they ever come to light for some local artists, they're definitely going to be a different look than they've ever had to this point. You know, when you talk about the Yawn by My Side video, you know, I went into it specifically saying I want to do something that's funny as a bitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We've seen every side that we could see possibly of Yawn, like from the streets or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. I want to approach this shit funny. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like since we knocked on that door and people responded in a positive way, there's no point in turning away from that. Like I want to continue to deliver something that you don't expect from someone. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah,
that video, when that video first dropped, that video was circulating so fast that it had got to Facebook. And once it get to Facebook, it's going to be going and going, and everybody was like laughing. You know what I mean? Not just laughing at, you know what I mean, of the video itself, but
the content.
The content of how, because you got an important job as the video guy. Mm-hmm. You have to relay the message of the music to visual. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's so important for you to do that. And then the way you did it, I thought it was brilliant, man. You know what I mean? And like
Philosopher Kells over here.
You know what I'm saying?
Much appreciated, man.
It was just that, you know what I mean? I really was like, damn, that's different.
Right.
And it was something that I don't think I've seen it the way you put it. Like you said, funny.
Right.
I don't think I've seen it that way before.
The video was great.
Well, appreciate that. Well, you know, and I got to give shout out to Yawn, man, because what a lot of people don't know about Yawn, and this is something you got to take in consideration, is that me wanting to do a certain type of treatment is one thing, but then an artist actually wanting to do it is something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta tip your hat off to him for even wanting to take that risk with his career. You know what I mean? When you really look at the video, there's not one performance scene. He don't perform the song not one time in the video. It's all just a story. Yeah. You know, that's a big leap for a rapper. You understand what I'm saying? Like somebody who makes their living performing music, you know, to do a video where there's no performance at all, and for people to connect with that.
And you know what? I'm now that you mention it, when I that's one thing I did mention to Yawn in the Yawn interview, the Baker's Man video.
Yeah.
I said, man, like you had this. I can play the song, but I want to watch the video when I play the song now. Right. So I have to go on YouTube and play it and watch it because I want to see the story all over again as it unfolds. And again, dope concept behind how you did it. Man, I'm fucking with you, man. I want a video. Shit. I don't know.
Live from the 7-5. Let me ask you this one. Is there any artists in this area right now that you want to work with to bring that vision, kind of like a Yawn with that video? Or anybody you have a vision for somebody right now that you haven't worked with yet? You haven't worked with that you want to work with?
Well, I mean, so if I can be transparent, man, I turned in a very, very, what I consider a very dope treatment for Orlando. You know what I'm saying? For the New Heart, New Tears? Part 2.
Man.
Part 2 though. That part 2 sunk in with me. I turned in a very dope treatment for that. And I really hope you decide to go with it. But now I don't have a preference, man. I'm,
you're just ready to work.
Yeah, ready to, I want to work so like Billy Mercury, for instance, man. Like,
Billy.
Shout out
Billy Mercury, man.
Billy, I need an interview, bro. I fuck with Billy Mercury.
Y'all reached out yet?
I have Billy first. Little small story back in the day.
Okay.
I was working at, I'm not even gonna shout them out because I was working at a place. Billy came and started working there as well. Mm-hmm. He said, man, I do music. This is like the first day I met him, first day on the job. Mm-hmm. I said, you do music. I need a CD. You know what I mean? He was like, you want a CD? I said, I want a CD. Like, I want you to go get me a CD. I'm gonna put it in my car. I'm gonna listen to it. Mm-hmm. He finally, after about 2 weeks, he finally got the CD for me. Mm. And you know how Billy's so humble. He's like,
yeah.
Brother Kells, I got the CD for you. I'm like, man, just give me the damn CD. You know what I mean? He wanted to give me that. I said, just give me the CD. I'm gonna listen to it. When I come back from lunch, I'm gonna tell you if it's dope or not.
I feel right.
I put it in. I said, yo, you fucking nice. He was like, man, I appreciate you, man. You know, I'm like, yo. Like, who else got this joint? You know what I'm saying? Because I played it so much that the damn CD got stuck in the damn CD.
Oh, wow.
The 7 CD disc changer. I couldn't get the damn CD up.
Ain't that something?
You know what I'm saying? But I've been rocking with Billy for a minute. Billy has that soulful. He got that almost like it's like a Common Anthony Hamilton like mixture type of thing.
Absolutely,
and I rock with that. But.
Like artists like him that I think that are not afraid to be artistic and expressing themselves. Those are the artists that I have an appreciation to work with. You know, street stuff. Yeah, it's cool. I love to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely about progressive imagery. You know, like so a tip to a lot of these, you know, like up and coming rappers out here, man, that are from the area. When you're working with a visual artist, man, just keep in mind that they have to take as much pride in the project as you do. You know, it can't just be like, yo, my shit is hot and everybody fuck with me on the streets. You know, visual artists, a good visual artist that's going to take care of you, they take pride in their work, you know, and they want to grow. They want to expand as artists. So they're looking for canvases. They're looking for people that are willing to take that chance with them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, change your approach when you for the, you know, young rappers, man, you might want to change your approach here and there when you want to go to work with the real visual artist or somebody that you can, you know, you look at their work and you feel like it's really dope.
Facts.
You know, change up your approach, man, and make sure that they're able to get something out of the experience as well, because, you know, everybody wants to grow. You know, even you as an artist, as a rapper, you want to grow. You don't want to be stuck in the same place for the next 3 years. And it's the same thing on the visual artist side, man. So
y'all hearing that out there, artists and other people as well.
Other people
as well. Entrepreneurs.
Cakes.
Okay, so I thought it was interesting that you said you submit treatments to the artist. So you actually listen, you scout music, and you send them ideas for videos instead of letting the artist come to you.
Yeah, it can work both ways. I mean, there's been times when artists have, you know, come and said, yo, I have an idea and I want to do this. And if I feel like I can bring something to the idea, I collaborate in that manner. But then sometimes, I gotta work for the job just like everybody else does, you know, and I put in bids, I put in treatments with people, especially if that relationship is not there. You know, I've never worked with you before, you know, and there's got to be a trust element. So, I like to get what I've learned in my professional career, man, is that there's two ways of music. When somebody pays you, they want a job and they want it done right.
Facts.
You know, and when you start getting into working with the budgets, you know, 5-digit budgets and stuff like that, man, it's like there can't be a lot of room for error. There can't be a lot of room for mistake. You know, if you present something that somebody doesn't like, you're losing a big client. You know, if they're not asking for a refund, you're gonna lose a big client. So the best way to mitigate that is to present the idea of what you're trying to do on paper beforehand, so that there's less questions. You know, what are we doing? What's this setup going to be? A lot of those get taken away when you present the idea itself. So yeah, so I try to approach that with a lot of local rappers. I want to give them that respect, because here's the thing. And I had to learn this too, coming out so early, 2001, man, there was nobody out. The people that were doing music videos for hip hop motherfuckers, it was old white guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dave Myers. Was he old? No, he was just a white guy though.
But I'm talking about
was he old? Right. Nah, he just went brown.
I'm talking about in this area though. They were just a bunch of old white guys, man, that were really just ripping the culture apart.
What year was this you said?
01, 02. Okay.
Cultural vultures.
But I think probably because we didn't have the knowledge then.
There you go.
Or the resources.
There you go. But so that becomes, when you ask me, when you ask me what my responsibility is, it's more to that. It's more to kind of raise the bar for people, right? The education that I've learned in dealing with labels and dealing with other people in other states. I've been on the ground level of a lot of careers, man, from Big Crit, Smoke Dizza, you know what I'm saying? Currency. A lot of people that were like grinding at that whole DD 172. Yeah. If y'all remember that. That's
Dame Dash, right?
Yeah, that was Dame Dash. He had an art studio. He was running pretty much like a music label out of an art studio. And that's where some of these, damn near every artist that turned some sort of influence from Wiz Khalifa, you know, to like I said, Currency and Big Crit. All these people stopped through DD 172. So I like to take the gems and things that I learned in those environments and bring them home. You know, so when I'm submitting a treatment to an artist, it's about the respect level to show them this is what you should kind of be expecting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you know, when you get signed to I've written a couple treatments for Drum since he's been signed. You understand what I'm saying? And went through the process. Label sent me a song. I write a treatment. I submit it and I wait I wait by the computer or I wait by the phone for the callback and hope that I get the job. But regardless, now he has that level of respect. He sits and he reads his treatments now. You understand what I'm saying? But that's something he didn't know before Cha-Cha. He didn't know that before Cha-Cha for real. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of these artists don't know that is part of the process, is that we vet the artist just as much as they look out for us. You know, we're always looking for the next person to connect with, because that's what it's all about, is creative synergy. So you want to work with an artist. If you want to work with an artist that has a sound or has like a disposition that you really want to fuck with, like you're putting in that resume to fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what the treatment is about. Like, so I feel like my responsibility is to try to help people understand how to navigate this industry, that it really is a business, that you should take yourself seriously, that you have value, that maybe your hood is only fucking with you now, but it's only going to take one phone call before the label start fucking with you. And when they start fucking with you, it's a different process. You know what I'm saying? So just get used to the process now, so that way it ain't foreign to you when you sitting in the office.
And you know what? In a sense, I think we do the same thing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
What?
We require a level of professionalism from the artist. Like before, it was us scouting talent, like, hey, come do, or are you available to do the podcast? And now we're making noise in the city. People reach out to us. As we learn, like as we gain knowledge, we try to share with people as much as possible. And we might hear like, oh, well, so like say someone wants to do the podcast. Okay, cool. Send us a press kit. Cause not to be funny, it helps me keep things organized, especially via email. Cause you DM me like literally,
right?
We get DMs of everything. Oh, like, oh, that Insta story was cool. Okay. So send us a press kit. I've had people say, oh, well, what's the press kit? That's fine. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because I'm here to answer them, because believe it or not,
we're here to help.
Before we started doing the podcast, I didn't know what a press kit was.
Right.
An artist sent us one, and I'm like, what is...
Well, I definitely knew, but go ahead.
What is this? Case didn't know what a press kit was. What is this, and why do I need it? And he was like, oh, well, this is what this is, and this is why you need it. Okay, cool. So now the artist want to do the podcast. All right, send me a press kit.
Right. No, that's good. That's good. That's definitely bringing them up to a level. I think that's important. You know, as elders, you know, that's just kind of, as an OG, man, that's kind of the responsibility.
You know, what's missing is artist development. They don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these artists now, you know, the ones that's not signed, they have their homeboys being their managers, somebody that has no idea, you know, business background, and they're missing that. So when they come approach situations, they're approaching it from the street.
Right.
You know, street value in a sense. So, you know, especially me and Cakes, we try to talk to these artists, let them know, hey, you should do this way, do this that way. And maybe they can take that and grow from there. Mm-hmm. You know, you're telling, you know, your story about dealing with the artists and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I think artist development is really key.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, I think what is it? A&Rs and stuff, they're lost art now.
Well, no, A&Rs really, they search for the talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really artist development, you know. Now, the money.
That's part of the budget. That fuck up the budget.
The budget back in the day.
You just gotta learn.
The budgets back in the day was huge compared to now. You know, internet messed up a lot of stuff because the access to it now. Remember, we used to have to wait for albums to come out. You know, I used to have to go to DJs every Tuesday before music was actually started to release. What now? Fridays now. Mm-hmm. Remember, every Tuesday you have to wait. Go to Browns on 35th Street or DJs.
I miss Browns.
Shout out to Browns. They used to sell me the CD a week early. I had to pay like double.
Damn.
I made my money though, but we ain't gonna talk about
you about to get them. You about to get them fucked up by the feds.
Oh, they gone. They gone.
Long gone.
They long gone. They long
so
gone.
for a 10-year span, he's good.
But
statutes of limitation.
Yeah. So I got a question. Like, since you do the videos, were you influenced by the Hype Williams, the Little X's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Since you said that, give me your top 5 favorite videos.
Damn, he got a top 5 of everything. Shit,
We
man.
need to rename
You know
the
what I mean?
podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how your visuals look.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I see how your treatments, your train of thoughts are. Give me your 5 favorite.
That's a good question. So, all right. So, damn, because I'm on the spot, it's going to be hard to say what the favorites are, but I'll tell you something that really come to mind that stuck out. Far Side had a video called Drop.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I watched that today because of you.
Because of me? Okay. I was very inspired. I just get inspired by looking at that in general.
Okay.
Far Side Drop. You got me on that one, Kells. Hold up. Jay-Z Dead Presidents.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay-Z Dead Presidents. That's that. I really like that one just because it's just because of how bossed up he was in that. Like we got the image of what kind of a boss Jay-Z was.
Yeah.
From those kind of visuals. You know, he's sitting around playing Monopoly with Real Money, with Biggie, with AZ, with, niggas who was them niggas at the time.
Yeah.
That we regarded and held up high, and he's sitting at a round table with him playing Monopoly with Real Money with him.
Yeah.
That kind of imagery showed you like, okay, this, even if you don't know who Hove is, this nigga he's in this conversation.
He's in this circle.
Yeah,
so
he's
somebody.
Right. And to me, that's what a good music video does, is it elevates the game. Grinding to me, like, believe it or not, Clips Grinding, man, it was because it was so raw and then it was so Virginia. Like, that shit was a big influence to me.
Shout out to the Stop and Go. They had the best hot fries.
Shout out to Po Boy for being in the video. He was what did he say? He was 10 years old?
Did he say he was 10?
He was 10 in the video. He was in there.
Shout out to the girls that are doing the park girl dance.
Hey.
Shout out to, I still see them every now and then.
You know who they are?
Yeah, they didn't.
How they look, man.
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. I would ask
One of them went to school with us, I think.
to-
Blair
Yeah.
Maury. Yeah.
elaborate, but we can save it for a group chat.
That's funny.
Nah, I'm
He
joking.
didn't make it.
Go ahead.
That's funny.
So we got 3 videos out.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more of those things.
Kanye West Through the Wire.
Through the wire.
Through the Wire.
I told the story.
That told a story. Not only that, but it was done. That was as, they say like lack of resources breeds like creativity. And that was like the perfect, example of that, because that, you could tell that video was low budget as fuck.
That was a good video.
But it was so heartfelt though. It told his story, like what he had been through to this point, everything, the culmination of his entire journey on his pinboard. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of like handheld, camera footage and shit like that. But it was his real life, so that really stuck out to me. Shit, man, and damn near anything Michael Jackson ever did, man. Smooth Criminal.
That's different level right there.
Yeah, no bull. But listen, Smooth Criminal, when the niggas was leaning, everybody was trying to figure out how niggas was leaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's a good 5. That's a good 5.
Y'all got any videos?
I was gonna say, what one of my favorite
Just name
videos of all
1 or
time
2.
is Jay-Z Big Pimpin'.
That was hard.
Shout out Dane Dash for pouring the drinks on the bitches.
But you know what?
You know what?
Just I remember MTV used to do the making the video,
I miss
right?
that.
And I remember watching that. I watched that episode probably like 3 times. Just the whole, because the Dame Dash paid $1 million for that video, and he was like the race to $1 million, like the yacht and all, like the parade, and he was like, I spent $1 million. Like Jay-Z was like, you spent $1 million, but the video came out great. That song went, but now he made his money back. Right. You know what I mean? And then Pimp C. And you know what I'm saying, UGK was on there, so that's that. I remember that video so vividly.
What's the video for you?
For what?
What's your favorite music video?
I mean, it's probably gonna be something older.
That's cool.
Like what?
My favorite music video. Come back to me. You go.
My favorite music video is Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson.
I like
that was a fire video.
That video
was that Hype Williams?
Now I feel like I gotta top your video.
I think they said that was $1 million video.
That video was hot too.
They was dishing out $1 million video. That was like the golden era.
I forgot about that video.
Like music video.
I forgot about that video.
All that video and
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems. Yeah.
That shit was
More money,
tough,
more problems. All them bad boy
You know
videos.
Yeah, the bad boy videos. Was
I want to
crazy.
name a good video.
Go for it. You got the power.
I have nothing.
She don't got
You had
nothing.
nothing?
man.
There was so many good videos back in the late 90s.
And that's when I used to watch videos.
So I used to look forward to them Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre videos
Yeah.
because them shits was always funny, man.
Oh, what was the
Nothing.
okay? So the treatment for that video.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the video? It was the split personality one with Dre and Eminem. What was the video?
Oh, these voices. I like that song.
Forgot about Dre?
And
No,
when
was that
they
Forgot About
come,
Dre?
I follow.
I know you're talking about.
What is that? I can't. Is that? Was that
I don't know the
name
name of the song, but I know
And
the song
it
you're
had
talking
the voiceovers like as he was walking out
Yeah.
of the store.
Yeah. I thought that
Guilty Conscience.
Guilty Conscience.
Yeah,
Love that
shit
song.
But see, like I'm thinking, like treatments. Now we talking about that. Like that was something that whoever wrote that out.
That was
Son.
smooth. I think that was Philip Atwell.
Where's Eminem?
Philip
Like,
Atwell.
really?
Shout out to Philip Atwell.
You don't got
You still ain't got no
you
videos.
got no videos? There's some classic videos.
I can't think of something by the end of the podcast. Like I'm gonna name something
we-
crazy.
we-
It's
we-
gonna be
I got one
boring.
more.
We done with that shit then.
This Hypnotize.
The Biggie
That was
joint.
hard.
Yeah.
When y'all did shout out to Poppy, that first scene with the boat.
With
and
the
y'all-
boat.
Yeah, it reminded me of Hypnotize. Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of hurt.
I forgot we did shout out to Poppy.
So, you know,
Shout out to Pusha.
I
So-
get that block jumping.
So, what happened to music video directors? They're using the props and all the money I know half of it have to do with the money that's being spent. But what happened to the creativity? Because now, these kids out here getting videos, the DLSR video cameras, and they're just shooting videos. It don't seem like they're
On their
doing
phones.
it don't seem like they're doing major treatments. Like, what do you think is the reason for that?
I think the artists don't demand it. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Busta Rhymes, right? I think Busta demanded that. Demanded, his shit be of a certain quality.
Yeah.
You talk about the bad boy stuff. I think Puff demanded this. Missy demanded it. All the best are always heavily involved in their music video creation, because nobody knows your brand better than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that portion is missing. I think people are just looking for a quick, easy solution now instead of cultivating a working relationship.
Because I'm seeing these videos getting put out. Like, they'll shoot the video tonight. It'll be out by 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. You think
I
that
was
has
gonna
say-
something to do with it?
I mean, yeah, that's another thing too. I think with technology and the distribution being because it's just effective for I get it. It's effective for an artist. I did a hot song. I know when I put a visual out, it increases the ability for niggas to see this song or to hear this song by like 1,000-fold. So let me just do whatever, get it out. Chief Keef, when he did, that's that shit I don't like. Niggas on house arrest, come through with a camera. My niggas gonna be in the background and
Facts.
so I think people have seen the formula work so much that it really doesn't. They don't think that it matters. It just doesn't matter. Just put something out, which is cool if that's what if that's what you want to do. But
How can you change that?
what? This is my philosophy. This is 100% my philosophy. Every time I deal with an artist, and especially if I'm dealing with an artist that's like, they don't really have a brand that's out there. They don't have too many videos that's out there. I try to make it my job to raise the bar with my video. So that way, when the next director or the next production team comes to you, they already have a reference point of which they're trying to compete with. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I try to raise the bar to make the next videographer have to step their shit up to work with them. You know what I mean? Because we're competitive too. In a certain right. Like, I see videos sometimes and I'm like, shit, I wish I would have thought of that concept.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you name one?
Shit, man. I mean, it happens all the time. Like, I saw a video that Abe did. Abe Moran. Shout out to Abe. He did a video for an artist named Corinne. I can't. I don't.
Corinne Steffens?
No.
No way. She is not an artist.
He's a.
She definitely is an artist.
He's an R&B.
She's
he
an artist.
sings. He sings,
She's
man.
a passionate artist.
Yeah, she's definitely an artist. She's definitely a passionate artist. But he did a video for this artist Corinne, man, that they were in the mountains somewhere in Pennsylvania. It was just great cinematography. Like it was just a beautiful video. And I'd never heard of this kid before, but after I saw that video, I was on the prowl. Like, yo, he got to have more because this shit was just so, you know what I mean? So that's, I'm not going to say that's the most recent example. I know there's been something more recent than that, but that's how it happens for me, man. One of my homies, man, Show Me, man, shout out to Show Me, Elusive Media. Every time I see one of his videos, man, I'm like, yo, I need to step my shit up. Even people within our own camp, you know, Christopher Schaefer, man, Beans. Shout out to Beans, man. Anytime I see him,
Jeff.
Yeah, that's the man right there. Jazzy Jeff's personal photographer, videographer. You know, when he steps out of the rings and does a music video, man, I'm always shocked. I'm just like, you know, floored and, like, how did you even think to shoot this and, you know, do this angle and do this particular scene or whatever the case may be. So my whole ideology is like, I try to raise the bar because I know I don't even have the bandwidth to be the only visual artist that you work with. So the next one that steps to the plate has to be trying to outdo me. And that's my philosophy. And if everybody competes like that, and I have another philosophy too, that I don't know if people adopt, but my job is to make the artist better. My job is to give the artist the best look, because if I do what's best for the artist and for this particular song, everybody's going to win. If I just do what I want to do and it has nothing to do with the rollout of this particular artist, he's not going to take pride or she's not going to take pride in this particular video. And it's just not going to work for nobody. It's just going to gloss, you know, so we have a responsibility to take care of our client.
This portion of the show, man, what we normally do is we have a relationship question from our listeners. So what they do is they submit relationship questions to live from the 75 podcast at gmail.com.
The gurus.
All of our questions and whoever submitted them will remain anonymous at all times. So we usually get a question. We try to answer the question as best we can.
Okay.
All right. And go ahead, Cakes, with the question.
Can I read a meme because it relates to the question?
Same. Go ahead.
It's funny. Okay. So Dutchy, the promoter. What's up,
Shout
Dutchy?
out to Dutch.
How you doing? Do you listen to the podcast? No, but he posted this meme. I thought it was funny. I hate when you have sex with a girl and she think I went to sleep because she was amazing.
I'm just homeless.
First off, I'm homeless, okay? And I thought that was so funny.
No way.
But the question is, okay, so you meet up with the side, it's probably the side, so you meet up with the side, you have fun, and
You hit him in the car?
No, this is in the house.
Okay,
This
in the
purpose
house.
is in the house. It's in the house.
No way.
And he or she doesn't stay.
You hit him in the house?
Yeah, you hit him in the house.
Not the side.
And she or he doesn't stay?
Yeah. They don't stay the night. Like, they leave when they finish.
As they should.
You feel some type of way? Or you rolling?
You rolling because they decide. I won't even hit the side in the
Yes.
house.
Guess
This is
first.
for the guests.
Oh, my bad. Shit.
I don't think I fully understand this question.
Repeat that question.
Okay, so woman's perspective. So
Question is
guy
dumb as
come
hell.
over, you have fun with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting the guy to stay the night.
Mm-hmm.
The guy doesn't stay. He leaves directly after.
Right.
Kels, I know it can't. Go ahead. I can't wait. Come on.
Is this life? Like, is this the way this should play out, or should he stay?
I mean, if her house smell like fried chicken, bro, you gotta go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of factors that go into that. I mean, I don't know why any shorty's expecting. If y'all just fucking around, I don't know why they would be expecting a nigga to stay over. You got shit to do. Especially
It's late. You shouldn't be driving late.
Especially
it's late.
if he getting money, sweethart. He gotta go, man. He ain't got time to
It's
lay up.
late.
It's after midnight.
You don't hit chicks. You hit the side chicks during 9 to 5 business hours. When you have PTO time.
We got PTO time.
You know what? The fact that y'all stories match, I don't really know how to feel. The whole PTO thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just kind of. I just thought that was common knowledge, man. I think sometimes women be expecting too much from men, man. I mean,
Elaborate on that.
I mean, I just, this shit is what it is, man. Like, I mean,
That's facts.
it's
Facto.
like I don't know. I mean, I'm not a savage as these young boys would say, man. I'm not a savage. I love my savage days in the early 2000s, man. But you know, you just gotta take situations for what they are, man. You know, I think the cooler you are, the longer you stick around, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna go ahead and chime in. 100%. If we just fucking around, I don't owe you to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
If I choose to stay, or if you choose to stay, that's cool. But at the most of the time, people don't even really want to leave. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all fucking around to build something, potentially you might stay and do the little cuddle thing or whatever. But if we just fucking just to fuck, nah, I'm gone.
First of all, you know, I wouldn't indulge.
Unless you tired of shit. Like, you come over, like, it's been situations.
Never
been
been
if
that
I come
tired.
through at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired. So after I beat down, I'm gonna sleep, but I'm gonna get up at about 6 in the morning and roll out.
So you're not homeless, you're just tired.
Yeah.
certain people got certain
No, it was a
situations.
joke.
You know what I'm saying? You know, me, I hit the side chicks between 9 to 5. So
you
I,
like Big Red with it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, they get hit in the truck or the spare car. Maybe they car, you know, it ain't no spending the night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can suck, swallow, do whatever you need to do. It's like,
Lord have mercy.
I'm not spending the night. I say, it's that simple. You're talking about you feel some type of way if they don't spend the night. Why the fuck would you spend the night? If they decide.
Yeah, was that an actual question, or is that something you wanted some personal insight?
First of all,
Shout out to Till 2820.
Wow.
Well,
that was a real question.
That was a real question, man.
praise break.
Yeah.
I'm putting that sound clip in there.
No.
No, seriously though, I just, you know, just me personally, I don't know why would a side spend the night unless they got kicked out their house.
Yeah.
Or why would the guy stay?
Yeah. Why would a female stay?
If you're in a relationship with somebody else, anyways, you're not spending the night.
No, there's
But-
no reason to.
And like I said, now if we talking about outside of a relationship, like you single, I'm single, and I don't spend the night, and you get upset about that, I could see that.
But
But she didn't
y'all
ask-
aren't together.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
But I
not
can see
together,
you still
but
being upset about
you
that.
asked about the side. You said side, right?
You did say
Okay,
side.
well, there's someone's always someone's side. Whatever.
No.
So two single people.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go back.
Oh, two single people.
I mean, if
One
it's
gonna
two,
stay the night?
if it's two single people, that's different because then you might have some legitimate feelings right there for that
Yeah.
person. So I'm not saying that a side piece can't have legitimate feelings because you can dig them down and they'll fix breakfast for you in the morning if you stay the night.
Okay.
But
Or at night.
or at night they can fix your PBJ, give you BJ, and keep moving.
BJ.
You know what I'm saying? But
Combination.
I mean, you know, now if you take the side chick part out or side man part out, I mean, females they catch feelings faster than guys. You know, sometimes it's just a nut and go
Lord have mercy.
drive through.
Boy, that's real talk though. But I hear you though.
Malaysia, he rock with the facts.
With the really,
So
you
do
know,
you-
we're like Howard Stern over this.
So do you want to go ahead and
It's
answer
our favorite part.
Cakes?
First of all, I would like to congratulate Blasian for having a more elaborate answer outside of as long as she has snacks, I'll stay.
I mean, even if she did have snacks, I'd stay an extra 5 minutes. But hell no, man, my old lady got now be checking. Shit, we might have to wrap this shit up now.
Okay. I do not.
9 to 5, fellas.
That's funny.
I don't promote cheating.
Right.
10, 28, 20. Shout out to him.
Kate's better for president. That's all I got.
That's funny. Y'all wild, man.
Okay. Well,
It got real, didn't it?
any guests, not any guests, I'm sorry. Any listeners, if y'all decide that y'all would like, well, please do. You know, send us relationship questions to live from the 75 podcast at gmail.com. We will try our best to get your question on the show, and we'll give our best insight on the answers. All right?
Facts.
That's funny.
All
You
right.
know, before we wrap this up, I got one last question.
I got a question too.
But let me get this question off, though.
Go ahead.
If you could create a biopic for anybody, who will it be?
Allen Iverson.
Bubba Chuck. Why is that?
Actually,
But they have one for
it's actually
AI,
split in
right?
two. It's actually split in two.
Uh-huh.
Allen, because he's Hampton. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's probably the most prolific figure that we've had come out of Hampton. Allen Iverson, but also it's funny that you asked that. The first biopic in my queue to actually do is a gentleman by the name of Weldon Irvine, which if y'all are not familiar with Weldon Irvine, if you heard Jay-Z Dear Summer, that sample came from Weldon Irvine. Or if you ever heard Young, Gifted, and Black, to be young, gifted, that was written by Weldon Irvine. He's from Hampton, Virginia. Mm-hmm. He's a jazz musician that was highly influential in hip hop culture. He mentored Q-Tip, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, KRS-One, Common, taught all these brothers how to play piano, and was just really instrumental in teaching them music, the sound and the sonic sound of music. You know what I'm saying? So, yep.
Gotcha. So I got one question.
Yep.
This is the last question we're going to ask.
No, Kay's got one question.
She's
gonna close it out. But
you got a question. But I do have a question.
Yep.
Well, it's not even a question, man. I did get your top 5 videos. Mm-hmm. But now I need your top 5 favorite artists of all time.
Is this a music-based podcast? So
yeah, real talk.
Of
favorite
all time.
Artists of all time. Shit, man. It's hard to be from the
and
East Coast.
You can jump lanes if you want to. You can do R&B, whatever. But just a top 5 favorite artists of all time.
Favorite artists of all time, man. You can't be from the East Coast and not mention Hov. You can't. That's just you just can't do that.
I'm gonna just let you do.
We appreciate you.
Okay. It's just hard to know.
You're the fourth member of the Live from the 75 podcast crew.
All right,
I appreciate
got you.
that.
So we got Hov up there on the list.
Hov is up there. Top 5 is always hard because
Mine's changed every episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mine's is very flexible, man. But I'm,
no honorable mentions though, because my man's Kales, he'll get mad.
I heard you was trying to rip Alonzo a new one, my nigga. Like, he was trying to sneak some joints in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard.
Okay, I heard it. All right, Hov. I'm a little bit more of a Nas fan than I am a Hov fan. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really into lyrics. I'm really into progressive lyrics. And I really feel like there's a lot of things that Nas has done lyrically that no other rapper's touching. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you make a track like Rewind, well, even though like people like Razcast have done whole songs backwards and things like that, but like just the nature and how Nas tells a story is just it's unprecedented, man.
So Hov, Nas.
Got
3 more.
I gotta throw Black Thought in there, man.
You know what?
From the Roots.
That's the first time. That's first time Black Thought has been mentioned on the podcast.
Does he have a solo album? He ever put out a solo album?
No. He got like collaborative projects. You know what I'm saying? Like he did a joint with like Danger Mouse.
I just find it weird that people, I heard somebody say Black Thought before, and I heard somebody say Andre 3000, and I just like, they never put out solo album. Well, the Andre 3000, I don't really count that as speaker box. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though, like even though like he's the main vocalist for the Roots, right? So like, they do an album, he's going to be like the main vocal on the track. Questlove don't rap, he played drums, you know what I'm saying? So it's like every Roots album is almost like a Black Thought solo album, but it's not. They got a lot of contributors like Dice Raw and Truck North and people like that. But yeah, Black Thought, man, he's a monster on the mic, dog, with delivery, savagery, like just, the shit that he says, like he's a marksman, and I don't think he gets a lot of credit for being a marksman as such.
So that's 3.
That's 3. Man, this is good. This is good.
Might have said it was
you can name easy, you can name Juvenile if you like.
I would, man. I would name Juvenile.
400 Degrees was a classic album.
Nah, it truly was though. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. The South, like I was a huge Master P fan. You know what I'm saying? Like No Limit was popping to me.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to say, my brother, man. This is a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in there. A lot of people not gonna agree with me, but I have to give him just due because there was a point in time where he was really my favorite.
Is this 5? I think this is 5.
No, this is 4.
4, okay.
There's a point in time where he was really my favorite, man. Cameron.
Oh,
you know what? I feel like y'all working together. Are you getting paid?
On Ear Network. Shout out to On Ear Network. This Inc.
Yeah, Cameron.
Treezy, you just hurt my feelings when you said that shit.
Look, Cameron was undeniable.
When I seen
like
facts,
I just knew Blazer was about to hit this dumbass dance.
But the nigga said, yo, one of the hardest lines of all time. I think about this shit. Sometimes you get down and you be trying to like, I don't know. Everybody got the moments where they get down in their life and shit like that, man. He got that lyric. He said, when I was 11, got the toolie dick. Uncle pulled me to the side and he schooled me quick, told me some mooly shit. You can't get paid in the earth this big. You worthless, kid. Nigga don't deserve to live.
Was that on Come Home?
No, that was SDE, nigga. Losing weight, nigga.
They came out with part 2. Okay.
Yeah, nigga said, yo, you can't get paid in the earth this big. You worthless, kid. Nigga don't deserve to live.
That's deep.
That's motivational.
That's deep.
That's motivational, nigga, man. All these ways to get money out here and you can't get paid. Nigga, fuck you taking up space for.
Yeah.
Nah, that's deep. That's hard.
That is deep. That's deep. See, every time people say Cameron, I always think of, you know, the pizza, eating a piece of pizza.
Yeah. He had to.
You can't get with me at all. You need a visa.
Like he had to transition into that because I don't think nobody was really hearing him when he was really spitting. He had to transition into that.
Okay, so I need one more of those things.
So my fifth, I guarantee nobody's giving you this answer before, and I guarantee I'm gonna get roasted by a gang of niggas just because of my age, strictly. Nipsey Hussle.
You know what? I like Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey's been mentioned on the podcast, but I don't think nobody's put him in their top 5.
Fifth, absolutely. No. Nipsey Hussle, my nigga.
No.
So
did you buy that? I'm sorry.
Not for
Did you buy that $100?
I was gonna say I still got responsibilities.
Is it or you just like Lauren London, so you just figured to throw her?
Oh no. I was
okay. All right.
Little known fact, man. I was early on Nip career as well, like in terms of ground floor, being around him. Yeah. Cool individual, but I think what he brings to the game, even though like lyrically, he's not the best, but I feel like he's low key laying down a lot of blueprints for niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like he talks about a lot of, if you really listen to his lyrics, my nigga, you'll get inspired to do big shit. Yeah. You know, and he's younger than me, and I be learning shit from him. Yeah, you know, via lyrics, man. Like, you know, just in things you choose to invest in, things you choose to pay attention to. You know, ways of going to get it. I respect any artist, any rapper that I feel like has really lived the life that they rap about. You know, and I know that that's kind of a stupid thing to really respect, but there's a lot of niggas that don't live the life that they rap about.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Soulja Boy.
So I really respect the people that live the life that they actually rap about. And I feel like Nip is one of those people, you know.
We could respect that one.
Yeah.
Top
like
5.
Nipsey Hussle, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Kate's, that last question. What's up?
Okay, Treez Jobs.
Yeah, Treez Job.
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
It's a fire ass question.
Yeah, it's a fire question, man.
Good job, Kate.
Some people couldn't answer that question, but you're about to answer it.
Because sometimes your shit be trash. Good job.
So my favorite film director is Spike Lee.
Okay.
All right. He's number one to me. And I like Spike Lee because I feel like he has a reason for making his films, right? He has there's a message and a point that he wants to get across. And that message is always to make us better. You know, if you really think about it, like the reason why he makes his films, he promotes a lot of Black progression, right? And I feel like that's a legacy that he's left. He's kind of taught us about ourselves through cinema, right? We've learned a lot about the Black experience through cinema because of Spike Lee. I feel like I want to leave a legacy like that, where it's like my whole philosophy is that good art inspires the world. So I'm, you know, and we're very sensitive to imagery. You know, a lot of people, you know, when you look at the ventures that young people go into, man, that, you know, clothing lines or like, you know, the music business or the movie business or, you know, whatever type of business, guaranteed they were inspired by somebody that came before them. You know, the imagery that they saw these other people become, it shaped their reality. You know, a lot of my friends that are good fathers, that are in good marriages, they grew up watching the Cosby Show. So that affected them in a positive way. I want to be one of the entities responsible for us getting positive images of ourselves and progressing the culture in the next, 30, 40 years, when people, when young Black youth are living to a certain standard. I hope that they reference something that I've been a part of as the reason why they are living to this certain standard and believe in themselves to a certain degree, because that kind of positive, my shit is like, I'm positive because there's people that were before me that gave me a better image of how to be. So I want to keep passing that forward. And that's what I think good art does, is that it makes people want to be better. So
it's dope, man. That's
very motivational right there.
I truly hope that this episode don't go down in history as the most boringest episode and goddamn live from the 7-5's repertoire, man. Because I know niggas don't be wanting to learn these days sometimes, man. But sometimes, brothers, sisters don't be wanting to learn.
This is definitely going to be a episode that I put in my top 5.
Damn.
We'll be expanding the culture, man. You're the first videographer that's been blessed our mics. You know what I'm saying? So
that's love, man.
You know what I mean? And we, as you see, we're going to keep expanding the culture as far as we can get it. You know what I mean? So we definitely appreciate you being here, and definitely appreciate you doing this interview for us, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Big shout out to y'all for having me. And if I could just take the mic for a second.
Go ahead.
And shout out all the young brothers and sisters that's out here really trying to do something, man, being progressive with your music. I'm very, very proud of all y'all, man. Like, I'm really starting to learn this, the young, I'm a little older, man, so I'm a little bit detached, but I promise I'm out here. Every time y'all mention something live from 7-5, every time y'all mention somebody, I'm going back and I'm listening, and I appreciate the shit that I hear. I appreciate the camaraderie that these young brothers and these young sisters are like merging together, man. This is some shit that our area's never seen before. And as somebody that hopefully y'all look to as an OG, I just want to tell y'all that I'm proud of y'all. Keep going, man. Fuck the violence. Put it on wax and make the people that come after you better, man. I promise it matters. It fucking matters.
Facts.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So like I said, man, again, definitely appreciate you being here.
For sure.
Definitely appreciate you doing this. Chris, man, you want to drop the bomb on what's going on? You want to reveal what's happening? What's up?
Live from the 7-5 podcast. We're now partnering up with On Ear Podcast Network. We're making moves out here.
Put that applause sound effect right
we
here.
definitely gonna put that in there.
We're doing it for the culture, baby.
We're doing it for the culture. We're just trying to build. 757 is a lot of talent in this area. We want to help out. We want to make sure everybody's getting their just due.
Yeah.
And I think On Air and their platform, with help of Viz Inc., will take us to that platform.
Another level, new heights.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm on a new level.
There you go.
Yeah, new level, new heights, man. It's time to level up.
Yeah,
so that's what we out here doing. Go ahead.
Just so y'all know, I got next day air shipping on y'all chains, man. They should be here tomorrow. The On Ear chain, baby.
Oh man.
Man, go ahead, shout them plugs out real quick, Hill.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Treezy, go ahead. Shout you out, man. How can the people find who you are?
Find a young guy, man. Well, you can find me on Instagram at filmmaking Treezy. You can also find me on Twitter at filmmaking Treez without the Y at the end. And Treez is TREEZY. That's Treezy. Treez is without the Y. And then you can also follow my company, man, Visually Inclined at Viz Inc. VIZINK on the gram and on Twitter. And the Kinda Movie Critics podcast for all y'all movie lovers that's out there. We have a podcast where we sit around and talk about movies and shit all day, man. So at Kinda, KINDA Movie Critics.
Cool. Y'all know it's me, man. Y'all boy Kales, KELZZZ75 on Instagram, man. Continue. I strongly urge, if you do music, to DM me clips, whatever, the link. I check out all local music. You know what I mean? I like to listen to the local music. I like to keep I guess you could say, I like to stay ahead of these two that I work with. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? I put them on to Orlando Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
1 out of 100 artists.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So just, you know what I'm saying? Continue to send me y'all stuff, man. KELZZZ75 on Instagram, man. That's where y'all can find me at. Hit me up. I do critiques. If you want me to just critique your music, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? But let me know. And if it's dope, I'm going to shout you out on this podcast. Facts.
Hey.
Go ahead.
It's Cakes Batter. CAAKESBADDER. Y'all like that?
Dr. Seuss head ass.
Thank you. I love Dr. Seuss books.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I'm on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure y'all follow the podcast page. Stay in touch with the podcast. We are also on Twitter. We are on Facebook. Live from the 7-5 podcast on Twitter.
Live from the 7-5.
On
I
Twitter.
think that's on Twitter.
Yeah, and then live from the 7.
handles now.
I know, right? And then live from the 7-5 podcast.
We just got a Twitter.
We just got the Twitter.
I'm trying to keep
It's
it
not
popping
booming.
for y'all though.
Twitter not booming yet, but we'll be up there, up and running too. Once I get a hold of the Twitter account, you know I'm gonna be fucking reckless on that motherfucker.
He barely Instagram for us, man.
What?
We had to take the duties away from him.
I'm the nigga who Instagram them motherfucker.
But
Facts.
Keep sending us, submit your music to live from the 7-5 podcast at Gmail. Send us your best work. Just to let you all know, we do have a couple of listeners outside of VA, so we're putting people on
Major
to
key.
the culture.
Shout out to
I'm
Yachty,
excited.
my girl Yachty out there in Texas. She's
Oh.
a faithful listener.
She got
Texas
some
was good.
yams.
What?
Ooh,
We'll talk about
You
that.
putting them in
Nah, we ain't cutting it out. Does she have yams or not?
Nah, she not a yammer. She's just tough.
He lied.
She's my
Hey.
friend.
Does she have zebra cakes in her house?
No, she did my
100%.
taxes though, and
She
I
did your
appreciate her
taxes?
doing my
Oh,
taxes.
shit, she good with
He
them.
trying to change the subject.
You gonna
No.
get that nigga audited. Talk about it, yeah.
His old lady's like, oh.
No, she was on the phone
Sleep
with
at
me
the
and my
side
old
chick's
lady, helping us with the taxes. So I appreciate you, Yachty. She's a faithful listener.
Shout out to her. It's your boy Blazing Heat Rock. Y'all know I don't spell nothing because English is my second language.
Dagana. Oh wait, you're not Filipino. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah, you about to get fried. Fried. No, we out here. That's about it. I don't got nothing on air. Live from the 7-5 partnership. We out here. We out here. Shout out to Leezy. She was up in here earlier. She had to bounce out.
Yeah, shout out Leezy. I'm gonna start rocking with you.
The grammar expert.
Yeah,
Lord.
but yep. Like I said, man, episode 22 is in the works right now. It was done. So hey, continue to listen, man. We appreciate y'all.
We out.
Gone.
This has been an On-Air Network production.